Hi everyone, Louise here with your new moon light language transmission and guidance at this new moon in Aquarius here at the beginning of February 2019. So January was a lot about breaking out of what was restricting us, letting go of the old, and at this new moon we're coming into more of an expansive, big picture view of our life, of our dreams, of what we're wanting to expand into. And I know for myself, I've really been noticing that I've really been stopping, taking stock, having a look. I've been reviewing all of the work that I've created, looking at how I'm going to restructure that, how I'm going to be offering that in 2019. So really taking this bird's eye view of my life and all of the different aspects of my life, and whether that's family as well as work and health, and really listening to our bodies this month as well, feeling into what's coming up, what wants to be met, what wants to be addressed, so that we can really create these foundations and structures to live into our dreams. But really the invitation at this month is to really allow yourself to soar above, to move above your life, to allow yourself to really access that bigger picture for yourself, to dream big, to expand, and also to consider what are the ways in which you can contribute to the collective good in a way that really feels aligned for you. And there's also an element of being willing to be with that tension in ourselves, and I know for me that it can often show up as frustration, or you might feel a bit hopeless, the fact that you're not there yet, that you still have this vision but you're not there yet. But the energy now is really to allow you to just have that expansive, higher perspective, just to let yourself to look and to let yourself dream and to let yourself feel into perhaps some deeper desires coming up that maybe you haven't really acknowledged before. So there can be a bit of a tension here where we're still meeting the parts of ourselves that are yearning and wanting to create, but we haven't quite grounded that yet. So it's an invitation really to just take stock a little bit, to have a look at the aspects of your life, where you're limiting yourself still, and to perhaps acknowledge where there may be some desires that you're not fully meeting and not fully embracing. And it's always this invitation to open our hearts to all parts of ourselves as multidimensional beings, to be really present and loving with the parts that are feeling frustration, to be present and loving with the parts that might flare up in anger or irritability, with others that get triggered by others, because often those triggers are just leading us into a part of ourselves that hasn't been met, hasn't been heard, hasn't been seen. And this journey of self-expression is so much about that. It's noticing, where am I feeling fully in flow with my self-expression, and where am I not, and why am I not, and allowing yourself to meet those parts that are limiting you in some way, because of fear, because of self-doubt, and to not allow yourself to be overwhelmed by hopelessness or doubt or anger when these moments arise, and to really allow yourself this month particularly to just hold yourself with compassion as you slip out of those old ways of being and open up to this new perspective and these new things for yourself and this bigger expansive dream, and just let yourself dream into that. Give yourself this time to just float in that, to feel in that. I was working with my husband the other day about what his next job, because he's out of work again after doing a series of different kind of contracts that aren't really aligned with his heart. And so really for him, we took the time for him to sit and think, what would that look for me, that ideal job? If I could imagine it, if I could dream it, what would that look like? And taking some time to write that down and feel into it, and then do some work. We're doing some clearing work around the resistances to being able to have that. So always it's that process of dreaming, coming above it, seeing it all. What's the big picture? And then coming down to, and where are the parts of me that don't believe in that? Where are the parts of me that are afraid of that it's not possible? And we can meet those with compassion. It's something I do a lot in my client sessions. Really just meeting with love, holding our hearts open, naming the feelings of those parts which don't believe in our big dream, just feel it's not possible, and therefore are jumping out and sabotaging us. So, all of that said, let's tune in now to the light language transmission for this new moon. And so I'm really calling for a transmission to support us to be able to really embrace that big picture, to be able to take that bigger perspective of our lives and be willing to allow ourselves to dream, to really feel the dream and feel the bigger picture, and also calling for support for us to meet the parts that aren't engaged with that, meet the parts that are afraid that could never happen, that believe that could never happen. That's such an important part. We're always expanding and releasing at the same time. That's that human journey. Oh, my heart's opening to this, and then, oh no, but then I'm afraid. Last time I did that, I got disappointed. Last time I did that, I felt betrayed. Last time I did that, I got hurt. Okay, so as we learn to expand and express ourselves, we're going to meet those parts that have been wounded in the past. So, as always with the light language, it is a healing frequency, activating frequency of love, of light that comes through and is directed in the highest for your being. Your higher self directs this frequency, this energy that's coming through that contains a lot of information. And as we set our intention, that information, those codes, those light codes are coming in, and your higher self is directing them in the highest for your being. So you can receive the shift that you're ready for right now. So part of that's releasing those old ways of being and then opening and activating ourselves into a more empowered way of living our lives, of knowing ourselves, knowing more of ourselves, expressing more of ourselves, accessing more of our gifts, more of our light, and being able to express that here with comfort, with confidence, with conviction, with courage, with joy. So that's my intention for this new moon. So let's breathe together into our hearts, feeling the earth beneath us, connecting into the crystalline core of the earth, of the new earth, this new earth that we're co-creating together by expressing the divinity that we are. So allowing yourself to be in your body, be in your heart, feeling that loving support of the earth beneath you, supporting you in this lifetime, in this incarnation, as we all expand, bringing more of our light, embodying more of our light at this time of ascension on the earth. And then from your beautiful heart, just breathing up, expanding your energy up, calling in all of your teams of light to support you, and calling in your own higher self, and giving permission to receive the healing energies in the highest for you at this time, and also offering this transmission to all of creation to support the enlightenment and expansion of all beings, and to bless the earth. Nari na koa la ika matoki ara te i. Songa e mana no kuri ala ko te ira maso toki iaka. Engala tori sapa koa I maraira ya koa ya aki ani. Asori mare tare no kole e samoti a kare sho okole te ira na a. Kasumiri ira na nola koa rei ritito no kua masi ki atara o. Koramari I patoki I mara ko so shiarana kaya ki. Kasumaru ora ia na kariko te aro ko toma shera ia ki. Koari nanga ko ati ire samura kariki jaro ko omaki. Kamore siti nara alo kone mane kuru ko te apawa kai ni ia. Asano le ira maloko. Akanele kamora satangi ia ratole I charo ko o. A seara na aloko toma chiruko sa apaki anaroko uati I. Karanaro o sakare chi iriki arakot o. Amakate e charoko tase I akara ok ameki arate I. Kasumashi ara karo okote na arakito ma ai kisaro olaka. Kamoningare I tarakota ashirokota as iki arakot emachi iriki ora. Karo masoka aya karo only kiara kota achira kota ak iri. Angori e tira sato ima karo ko achira ki ara. Kosawa ako e chere kot amakesiti ero kot o. Are ma ato e kiara sota ia. E maro o sota o koe ki amara ate. Taking a deep breath into your heart and exhaling. So really, the energy coming through there was really supporting us to expand our hearts, to spread our wings, and reminding us that expansion is actually our natural tendency. It's our nature to expand. We're not beings who are meant to be stagnant and static and stay in certain constricted states. Like when it's our natural desire and our natural ability to expand. And the invitation is for you to notice, where have you, chosen to close your heart, chosen to limit yourself, chosen to hold back your energy. And that's really the process that we're receiving support with there, is just to dissolve those boundaries, dissolve those illusory boundaries, those limitations that we've put around ourselves, so that we can actually have that experience of being more of our expanded selves. And by so doing, we are of the highest service in the world. So it's a process for all of us. A reminder also to really listen into your body this month. I know I've been really tuning into my body over the last few weeks, cleansing, really becoming aware of what my body is telling me. And as an energy healer, working with frequency, I've become very aware that I need my human body, this vessel, to be clear, to be clean, to be supporting me, to allowing me to have the energy I need to offer my service. So, and again, in that process, what's arising, we're clearing a lot of old wounding out of the cells of our body. It is a cellular clearing process. So for you to really honor that in yourself, if you've been experiencing discomfort in your body, and that may also show up as mental and emotional detoxing as well. So just my invitation always is for you to be really compassionate with yourself. Feel free to come back at any time, listen to the activations again. I run a monthly full moon, 45-minute, 1 hour healing process where there's more guidance, more activations comes through. That's very powerful, tuning into the full moon energies. That's the Voices of Light Global Gathering. So please join me for those if you can. They are just very powerful, that we all gather together and connect into those energies, and the support that comes through is just amazing from the Ascended Masters, from the Star Nations, from Gaia. So please join me for that. I'll put the details below. And I've mentioned this every month, but I am birthing a support circle membership. We'll be doing monthly calls with Compassion Key and Light Language to really help you. And this is really aimed specifically at women healers, channels, light leaders, to support you. Men are welcome too, but it does have that focus on supporting that divine feminine expression, supporting us to step into our power, be seen, feel safe, to show up in our sovereignty and our power and our light, and really to just make that change that I know that you're here to support on the earth, to create this world, a world of harmony, a world of love, a world of collaboration with one another and with this beautiful planet. So I will be putting that on the website. I am, as I said, just been dealing with January and school holidays, and now it's February and I'm ready to ground some of these offerings. So my apologies for keeping you dangling with that. Please subscribe at the website. Then you'll be able to get information from me every month, twice a month around new moon and full moon, about what's coming up. Have a beautiful new moon in Aquarius, and I look forward to connecting with you at the full moon in a couple of weeks. Love and blessings to you all.